Hi, I'm Eric Franklin and I'm here with Ruth, and we're going to look at how to lengthen the hamstrings. And we're going to use some interesting, fun techniques to do that, involving our hands, imagery, and rolling balls. So the hamstrings are three muscles here at the back of the thigh. On the outside you have the biceps femoris running from the sit bone down here to this bone called the fibula. And on the inside you have two muscles called the semitendinosus and the semimembranosus, and they run from the sit bone also down here to the lower leg. And once you lengthen the hamstrings, it's going to have benefits for your pelvis, for your spine, and of course for your flexibility. So Ruth is now going to show you how to do this. So in this first exercise, we're going to use imagery and our hands to lengthen the hamstrings. First, let's test the length of our hamstrings by moving forward. We're not stretching, we're just noticing how much resistance they're giving to our hip flexion. Then we're going to start on our right leg and we're going to place our hands underneath the legs on the hamstrings. So they're covering both the inner and outer hamstrings. We're going to be using our hands to squeeze the muscle a little bit, give it a bit of a squeeze as we lean forward and create a bit of lengthening and stretching in the hamstrings. So every time you go forward, you're going to feel the muscle becoming a little tighter, and that's when you squeeze it. And this is a great way to release some of the connective tissue, the fascia around the muscle, which will help you lengthen the muscle. Make sure you're breathing. Imagine the muscle lengthening, melting, widening. So stay focused on the muscle, use imagery that helps you relax the muscle. Then we're going to even squeeze our shoulder while we're also squeezing our hamstrings, because shoulder tension often relates to tightness in our hamstrings. So we're squeezing our trapezius, a shoulder muscle, while we're squeezing the hamstrings. And we're breathing, we're relaxing, and we're focusing on the hamstrings lengthening. Let's try that one more time. Then we take our hands away, and we probably already notice a difference between our legs, but now that when we test it, we'll feel we've created more length and just a lot more comfort on that side. And now you're welcome to repeat the exercise with the other leg. And here is Ruth holding a pelvic half, because what we're going to do is focus on the movement of the pelvis rather than focusing on a muscle that's tight and that needs to be stretched. From a point of view of imagery, this is an advantage. So Ruth is going to put her hand under the sit bone and pull the sit bone back, first on the left, then on the right side. And this is going to bring the top of the pelvis forward and the spine as well, lengthening the hamstrings. So Ruth is going to focus on movement rather than shortness. Okay, so now let's do this with our actual own pelvis. So the way you do it, you hold the sit bone, pull it back, and feel how your spine and pelvis is going forward. And then you do it on the other side, and you switch back and forth, keep pulling on the sit bone, and feeling how your pelvis and spine are dropping forward. Of course, don't overdo it. Go as far as feels comfortable to you. There we go. And then you'll notice you probably got further than if you just tried to stretch. And in the following exercise, Ruth is going to use Franken method orange balls to help her release and lengthen the hamstrings. So first, Ruth is going to place them just in front of the sit bones. And then she's going to move her legs, pelvis slightly back and forth to help release the muscle and even the tendons of the hamstrings. And of course, you do this very carefully, and you're breathing as you're doing this. Then you're going to move the balls slightly forward and repeat. And make sure you're breathing and relaxing, and you can even move your pelvis and spine forward a little bit if it feels all right. Always staying in a comfortable range. You will definitely feel something. Great exercise to release the fascia. And then we go even further forward. Same thing. And of course you can take more time with this if you feel like it. Shoulders relaxed, breathing relaxed. And finally, we're even going to reach forward if we feel comfortable about that with the balls underneath the thighs. Excellent. Then we take the balls away and we look at the result. We probably will feel much more relaxed in our hamstrings and also more comfortable. And if you've enjoyed this video, then please visit our website, franklinmethod.com, where you can sign up for our free newsletter and receive more great ideas on how to feel healthy in body and mind. See you next time.